So, have you ever wimped out as a salesperson? Come on, I know you have. We all have. Sales is hard. It's easy to wimp out when it comes to asking for a commitment. And we're going to talk about that next on the Purpose Under Pressure podcast. Well, welcome back. My name is Bryan, and this is Purpose Under Pressure. It's a podcast about developing sales and leadership success on purpose and under pressure. And it's brought to you by the professional sales and leadership training team at Sandler by the Ruby Group. You'll find them in Akron and Columbus, Ohio. They have offices in Jacksonville, Florida. They have offices in Capital Region, New York. They do their work on purpose because you and your team are under pressure. They know it. You know it. Your buyers know it. Your customers know it. You're trying to do what's right. And sometimes that pressure tries to get you to take a shortcut, maybe skip the path a little bit, maybe skip the right next step. You got to know the plan. You got to know the process, and you have to know why it's in place. When you know those things, you can follow them. You can act with purpose under pressure. And that's what Sandler by the Ruby Group does. They're not just going to train your sales team. They're going to help you with more than that. They're going to help you with leadership skills. They're going to help you put everything together so that everyone's on purpose. It's a good plan. It's a good team. And I hope that you will reach out to Sandler by the Ruby Group. You'll find them online at therubygroup.sandler.com. The Ruby Group, developing stronger sales teams for tougher conversations. So let's get cooking. Bottom line, we know this is true. People don't like pushy salespeople. Many people think that's the only way a salesperson is, by definition. We're pushy. People say, I'd love to do sales. I'd be good at sales. I love talking to people, but I don't want to be pushy. And we as salespeople, we're so afraid to come off as pushy that we choose not to do what needs to be done. Specifically, most importantly, we won't ask for a commitment. Instead, we wimp out. You ever wimp out? You ever wimp out? It comes to the moment of truth. You're talking to the buyer. Everything's going great. You get to the end, and instead of asking the hard question like, Mr. Jones, are you ready to buy today? Or Mrs. Smith, can we move forward with the next step? You say, okay, so then I guess you'll let me know. Or worse, okay, so then what's next? What do we do now? Man, that's so awkward. You ever been there? It's because you wimped out. Salespeople are great at prospecting. At least we're good. We try. We're great at pitching. We're really good at following up. But that moment of truth where we need to ask for the commitment, we are known. We are famous for wimping out. We don't want to be that guy. We don't want to be that pushy sales guy. We get back to the office. Sales manager says, so did you get the deal? And well, they're thinking about it. Well, how long are they going to be thinking about it? I don't know. When do you see them again? I don't know. What are they thinking about? I don't know. We don't know anything. Are they going to buy? The sales manager says, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm sure of it. I marked it green in my CRM. I'll let you know when the check clears. No, you won't. And no, they won't, because nobody knows what to do next because you wimped out. You didn't ask because we don't want to be pushy. I get it. Folks, we need commitments. And I'm not saying it has to be a commitment to buy. That's the hardest thing to get. It's the last thing to get. We have to ask for it when we can, but we at least get a commitment for what comes next. Why? Well, number one, we deserve to know where things stand. We put all the work in. We did all the stuff so far. We put the time in. But number two, and maybe most importantly, and definitely most importantly, your customer doesn't need the pressure. You didn't ask for a commitment because you didn't want to put the pressure on. I'm saying when you don't ask for a commitment, you are adding to the pressure. What do I mean? When we don't get a commitment, no one knows the next step. And that creates pressure on your buyer. And why in the world would you as a salesperson want to make it hard on your buyer? You're there to help. You're adding pressure when you don't define a clear future. You're there to guide them. This is your sale. You're there to show them how to buy. You're the one who knows what's next, not them. Are you calling them or are they calling you? Are you getting any more info together or is it on them to get next steps? Where do things stand? If you don't know what's next and you start following up, you start calling, you start emailing, maybe stalking, showing up at the same restaurant, that's pressure. That's where we start getting pressure. It's the very thing we don't want to do. So if the owner feels the pressure on having to know what's next, the easiest way for them to relieve that pressure is to just bury it. They stick it at the bottom of the inbox. We'll figure this out someday. Or maybe the next salesperson in line has a better plan and they go with them. Look, don't wimp out. I know you're under pressure and I know you want to act on purpose. Here's those 3 types of pressure that you need to be watching for so that you can kind of turn the pump down a little bit. Pressure number 1, he'll think I'm pushy. We talked about that. That's what we're talking about right now. You don't suggest what's next because you don't want to cross the line. Mr. Jones, if you're ready to get started, I can have the first shipment here in 2 weeks. Hold on, young man. Don't move so forth. I mean, there is that risk. Sure. But wouldn't you rather know where you stand? You missed a step somewhere along the line. If you're ready to commit and they're not, don't wimp out. Let's figure it out now, not later. Pressure point number 2, you're afraid to talk about money. It's true. No one likes to talk about money. No one leads with price. Like unless you're the deli ad at the grocery store and you're, low price deli, no one leads with price unless you're super, super cheap. You're not leading with price. We hold on to price until the end. And even then, sometimes we're afraid to go there. So young man, what's this going to cost? Well, sir, tell you what, based on our meeting, things are going real low. Let me go back to the office. I'll sharpen my pencil. I'll run some numbers. I'll get back to you with the price you're going to love. No, one of Sandler's rules is that you discuss price early on in the process. But if you do wimp out and you wait, you need to go there. Like we just said, if price is an issue, isn't that a handy bit of information to have? Let's go there. Don't wimp out. Finally, pressure number 3, I'm afraid to hear no. And man, that's real. Buyer's nodding his head. All systems go. The check's almost in the mail. You don't want to screw that up. You ask for a commitment. Be that a next meeting date, a next step in the process, a commitment to buy. Folks, there's a chance you're going to hear no. And no is a salesperson's least favorite word. Tell you what, young man, I'm sure we're going to do this. I'll give you a call next week. How does that sound? That sounds terrible. You don't have a commitment. You've got a nodding head. You don't have a commitment, and he's not going to call. Pin down the next step. If he's not ready to do that next step, ask why not. What else does he need to know? What else does he need to learn? And make that the next commitment. But don't leave with nothing on the books. Don't wimp out. You can't leave the office without a clear and actionable future. You just can't. Got to have a meeting on the books. You got to have an action item with a deadline that you both agree on. You've got to have that approval process set up, a signed deal, maybe, whatever it is. Your customer deserves that, and it won't just happen. You have to ask for it. It's hard, but don't wimp out. Hey, Matt Rocco, his partner and trainer at Sandler by the Ruby Group. He's going to be on this podcast later on this week to talk about getting those commitments from the buyer and ensuring both of you are paddling in the same direction. It's a really important topic, and I hope you'll check that out. You'll find that new episode and all past episodes of Purpose Under Pressure at bryanmediastrategies.com/podcast and wherever you stream your favorite shows. It's brought to you by the Ruby Group, developing stronger sales teams for tougher conversations. And until next time, no matter how high the pressure gets, don't wimp out and stay on purpose.